wood chair. I did some more work on it. Made it a little more comfortable. So be my new video chair when I come out here and ramble, fumble through videos as usual. But I said yesterday that I was going to show how to sharpen chainsaw blade. So that's what I'm going to do. I cut it on the side note. You've seen my video from yesterday. I was about right here. You can see where I went in a little too deep, but I made it this much deeper, and I also it's probably not going to come out, but I sculpted it out just a little bit, just to give a little bit of curvature, and it made a world of difference. So let's see if I can set this up to show the chainsaw. There we go. Blade. Alright. Alright, let me get focused in here. Okay. Yes, I think it'll be good enough. Alright, I started out like most people will with the ones that had the guide on it, and this one had the guide on it. So I finally got pretty good at it, and I took the guide off, and anyway, McGinney's on the roof of the house. But once you kind of get the feel for the angle you need, it works a lot better without the guide. And I usually just give it a couple, 2 to 3, rasps, and when you kind of get a feel for it, it'll do really smooth, and you'll know you're taking off material. And I just keep going until I see, because after you cut it, you can see where you cut it, and you'll know when one comes around that you didn't cut. It's like, okay, I didn't hit that one, so, and you just keep going. And this is how I do it. I mean, to be honest, what I used to do is I'd actually mark the one I started on, but then I kind of realized, like, well, I can see the ones I didn't cut, and I'll go through that. Like I say, just a couple of rasps, and like I say, you kind of get a feel for it, knowing if you're cutting in or not. And in case you didn't know, when you run a file, I don't care what kind of file it is, you run it away from you, one direction. Don't ever bring it back. When you bring a file back, all these little teeth are angled to cut this way. When you run a file back this way and put pressure on it, you'll actually dull your file. So I don't care what kind of file it is, don't go back and forth. Even though that's what we want to do, don't do that. You go one direction only. You lift up and you go that one direction. And there's I won't take you through the whole process. You got left-handed and right-handed teeth. Let's see, I don't know if I can zoom in on this or not, but come on, focus in. Anyway, and if you ever have a problem after sharpening your chainsaw, because like I say I need to flip the saw around and get the ones that's cutting on this side. The ones I'm sharpening now are cutting on this side. And you have these, and you flip it around and you sharpen the other side. If you ever have a problem with your chainsaw cutting, let me see if I can do this. Your chainsaw cutting and going to the side and doing like a rounded cut, and whichever way it goes. For me, I guess the way I hold the saw, I got a bad habit of making mine where it'll cut like that. What that means is if you have sharpened one side of the chain more than the other. So if it's cutting to the right, you need to go back, stop, and sharpen the blades that's going to make it cut to the left. And if you look at the chain, you can figure it out. It's not hard to figure out. So, and I replaced a bar on an old chainsaw one time because I thought my bar was bent, but what it was is I was just sharpening it wrong and getting that curvature cut. So anytime you get that, stop, sharpen the other side of your chain, and get that lined up where you'll start cutting straight again. So just a little tidbit. I'm probably preaching to the choir, but in case you didn't know, because at one time I didn't know, and you may be in that same boat too. You may not cut that much wood and have the experience of knowing what to do, or have somebody to tell you what to do. I just kind of picked it up over the years, and you know, tidbits from friends. It's like, oh, you know, somebody told me about the blade cutting to the side. I didn't know what was going on. I like I said, I just thought I had a bent bar, but like I say, you can kind of see, you get a feel for it. I can tell that I've already started hitting ones I'd already sharpened, because the ones that's not sharp, I can feel it kind of gritty as I'm going across it, and then when I started hitting those ones that I done hit, it's nice and smooth. So I mean, you really get a feel for it. You don't even have to look. You know, oh, I done hit that one. Let me flip the saw over and do the other side. You know. So anyway, just a little update on sharpening a chainsaw. I won't get this update. A little lesson. It's not hard to do, but it is a one of those things that you get a feel for. So it takes a little bit to get a knack for it, but once you get it, and if you when this chainsaw comes outside with me, so does this. I sharpen it a lot, you know, and it just makes a world of difference. You know, if you're getting dust like this, it needs to be sharpened. And of course, the reason I got dust here, but is because I was just barely hitting it. But anyway, if you're not seeing chunks fly out when you're cutting wood, your chainsaw's dull. It needs to be sharpened. So anyway, just a little tidbit there.